Alright, hi everybody. Quick video on the subject of how our body shapes up is purely dependent upon the fact as to how and what kind of workout we do. Have you ever wondered as to why is it that all 100-meter runners, irrespective of which country they come from, they generally have a similar kind of a muscle mass, similar body structure. Look at all marathon runners that you see in Olympics, irrespective of what nation they come from. Are they not all leaner than 100-meter runners? And again, when you compare them with each other, generally, don't they all have a similar kind of a body structure, similar muscle mass? You can look at swimmers. Generally, all swimmers, don't they have a similar kind of a body structure? Football players, look at bodybuilders, look at power lifters, look at strongman athletes. So it's endless. What I'm trying to say is that all these people for their sport have a specific kind of a workout, and how they train is how the body will shape up. So what is our goal? If our goal is to have lesser fat deposition in the body, lesser body fat percentage, and we need some kind of muscle mass in our body, how do we go about achieving it? How is it, and what is the kind of workout that we should be doing? First, strength training is very, very important. Strength training basically targets our fast twitch muscle fibers. Now, these fast twitch muscle fibers are the kinds which can grow bigger. They can help us look toned, lean and strong, be it a boy or a girl. So strength training is targeting these muscles, and strength training also gives your body a signal that, you know, if we're eating properly, we're trying to create a calorie deficit, and if we're training on strength, the body gets a signal that it cannot let go of muscle, because every day there is some kind of a load bearing activity that is going to happen, and that muscle mass needs to be preserved. So the body, if there is a calorie deficit, will jump on to using the stored body fat as energy and will preserve muscle mass for the workouts. That's the benefit of strength training. On the other hand, if you are just doing cardiovascular exercises, when I say cardiovascular exercises, I mean training in an aerobic zone, wherein you are doing a given activity for longer durations of time without resting, something like over 4 minutes, and you continue doing it, like walking, jogging, these kinds. So this kind of cardio is that if you are basically doing to be able to lose body fat, you may not be able to achieve it just by doing it, just by doing cardio. So firstly when you do train in an aerobic zone like this, the body firstly feels that a lot of muscle mass is not needed to be able to do this activity. This activity is done by our slow twitch muscle fibers, which are smaller in nature, and they generally will not grow big. They stay lean. So the body feels that there isn't a lot of muscle mass needed. So if you are in a calorie deficit, the body may burn some bit of muscle along with some bit of fat. So you may end up losing weight. However, you would not get a toned kind of a body, be it a guy or a girl. Works for everybody. So it's very important that strength training is incorporated in a training program, and along with that, if you want, you still can add on cardio. So for me, like, I would have my strength training sessions, and even if I'm on a calorie deficit, I would try making sure that there is some kind of a progressive overload that I'm trying to give to my body with every single workout. I make notes and I try progressively overloading myself. Now, if I do that, my body will not let go of muscle. And yes, I have to back that up with a lot of healthy nutrition. I need to have the right kind of protein, carbs and fats to go along with the kind of workout I do. Now, once this is done, and if I want to burn some extra calories, that's where cardio comes into the picture. That's where I would probably do some kind of a cardio, be it HIIT or your steady state cardio. So now this would help me burn extra calories and may help me lose body fat to another level, because my body knows that the strength training is still happening, so it will still preserve that muscle mass. Then there are these intermediate muscle fibers in our body. Now they adapt according to the load that you give it. So if you are a cardio dominant person who's basically doing a lot of aerobic activities, these intermediate muscle fibers start behaving like the slow twitch muscle fibers, which help you in the endurance zone. Or if you're doing strength training a lot more than your cardiovascular exercises, these intermediate muscle fibers would then start behaving like your fast twitch muscle fibers. We want this to happen versus the first one. We want our intermediate muscle fibers to behave like fast twitch and not necessarily like the slow twitch. If the goal is to look in shape, yeah. So then again, like I said, incorporate strength training. You may add some cardio, but don't overdo it. If you train like this, you would, and if you are creating a calorie deficit, you will definitely get into great shape. You will lose body fat and you would end up preserving muscle mass. And if done over a period of time, you may also pack on muscle and obviously get into great shape. So this is something that I wanted to share with everybody. I hope you found this information to be useful and will now plan your workouts in a way which basically are then now helping you reach your goal. So if you are to build a lot of muscle mass, you may want to increase the amount of strength training that you do. If you are just interested in doing some bit of cardio and lose weight and looking toned is not the goal, yeah, go ahead. You can definitely still do your aerobic exercises, but you should know as to what you are doing is directly affecting or giving you the kind of results that you are looking for. So yeah, with that, I'll just end this video. Hope you found this useful. Thank you.